Antarctica has captivated our minds for ages. From the early explorers of the 1800s to the brave scientists of today, the wonders of Antarctica's frozen plains have enthralled us. Antarctica is steeped in mystery as the world's last untouched wilderness, and being a country of extremes, it's also great at concealing its secrets. Antarctica is unsuitable to humans due to its severe climate, frigid temperatures, and barren terrain. The frozen continent is almost 1.5 times the size of the United States, and 99% of it is covered in ice, accounting for 90% of all ice on the planet. Despite this, scientists have continued to make discoveries including blood-red waterfalls, ancient fossils, strange natural phenomena, and extraordinary species. They've even discovered a world beneath the ice, complete with salty subsurface lakes and a massive mountain range hiding beneath. Today, we've compiled a list of 5 of the strangest discoveries about Antarctica. Underground lakes. Although it's tough to picture anything beneath Antarctica's enormous layers of ice, scientists have uncovered a number of subsurface lakes. It's estimated that 400 lakes are hidden beneath 3 kilometers of ice in the regions that have been studied, which were discovered using radar in 1970. Experts believe the lakes developed after Antarctica separated from Gondwanaland, the ancient supercontinent. Because of the pressure from the weight of the ice sheet, the lakes do not freeze. Lake Vostok, found by Russian geologists in the 1990s, is Antarctica's largest subglacial lake. It's also the world's 3rd largest lake by volume, lying 3.5 kilometers beneath the ice. Scientists have now bored deep holes into the ice to take a sample of the lake water, and one sample revealed that the water was around -3 degrees Celsius, despite being encased by ice for more than 20 million years. In 2014, scientists made a significant discovery in Lake Whillans, discovering a complex and active ecosystem of microorganisms nearly a kilometer beneath the ice sheet. These amazing organisms haven't seen fresh air or sunlight in millions of years, but they thrive using methane and ammonium as energy. Mountain range of Gamburtsev. Behind its huge ice sheets, Antarctica hides numerous secrets, including a gigantic mountain range. The Gamburtsev Mountains are hidden beneath a 2,000 to 4,000 kilometers thick layer of ice. They stretch for 1,200 kilometers and reach 3,000 meters in elevation, which is 1/3 the height of Mount Everest. The mountains were named after Soviet geophysicist Grigory A. Gamburtsev after Russian scientists discovered them in 1958. The scientists were going through Antarctica when they came upon a thin patch of ice and recorded strange gravity variations, revealing the magnificent marvel below. Scientists utilize radars to see the physical properties of the mountains, while gravitational and magnetic measurements allow them to study the mountains all the way to their base, despite the fact that we've never seen them. Scientists have long been perplexed as to how the Gamburtsevs evolved and why they still exist. Because the mountains are billions of years old, they should have faded away with the passage of geological time. There are numerous hypotheses as to why they're still standing, the most popular of which is that the mountains are protected from erosion by a frozen mantle. Allen Hills 84001. This piece of Martian meteorite was found in Allen Hills, Antarctica, and was given the designation 84001. This meteorite was found on December 27, 1984 by a group of American meteorite hunters working on the ANSMET project. This Martian meteorite weighed in at 1.93 kilograms and was composed of the minerals shergotite, knackite, and chasignite. Meteor hunters love Antarctica for its pristine white landscape, which makes it easy to spot objects that have fallen from space. The ANSMET team travels to Antarctica annually and has uncovered several fascinating rocks on their travels. And Allen Hills 84001 is one of those outcrops. Johnson Space Center Meteorite Lab manager Roberta Score found ALH 84001 on the Allen Hills far western ice area. And in spite of the fact that experts consider it to be one of the earliest Martian meteorites, they believe it crystallized from molten Martian rock only about 4.09 billion years ago. Analyses of the rock's chemical composition reveal the presence of liquid water on Mars's surface during the period of its genesis. In September 2005, researchers used information from the Mars Global Surveyor and the 2001 Mars Odyssey probe to speculate on where ALH 84001 came from. The study indicates that the meteorite originated in the canyon of Valles Marineris, specifically in the region known as Eos Chasma. This boulder was likely hurled off Mars' surface by a meteor strike some 17 million years ago, according to scientists. Radiometric dating analyses have established that ALH 84001 came to Earth some 13,000 years ago. Since it's the only meteorite known to have originated from wet Mars, it has attracted more interest than any other with similar potential biological indicators. Experts from 1996 claim to have found Martian microbe fossils in this meteorite. Many people assume this announcement was true evidence of alien life, sparking a heated discussion. This controversial notion, however, was rapidly discredited by the scientific establishment. A lack of preserved Martian bacteria in this meteorite doesn't rule out the possibility of other meteorites harboring extraterrestrial germs. It only means that this one didn't establish the pattern for many future breakthroughs in the expanding discipline of astrobiology. The island group of Weddell Polynia. The island group of Weddell Polynia is a large, unexplained hole the size of Ireland that was uncovered close to the Antarctic ice. Weddell Polynia, as the chasm was then known, was sealed off in 1976 after being open for 2 years. After being sealed off for 40 years, this hole suddenly resurfaced, shocking scientists all across the world. The Antarctic hole's unique behavior has baffled experts who have yet to come up with a satisfactory explanation. University of Toronto physicist Kent Moore claims that without satellite imagery, no one would have known about this unusual hole located hundreds of kilometers from the ice margin. Someone or something has clearly punched a hole through the ice. The hole, which had been sealed for 4 decades, briefly resurfaced in 2016 before closing again. The largest portion of the Weddell Polynia is roughly 31,000 square miles, making it slightly larger than the size of the Netherlands. The opening and closing of this particular hole has puzzled scientists, but they want to utilize it to better understand climate change. Researchers claim that additional polynias will form as a result of global warming and that they have the ability to significantly impact the climate. The ubiquity of these holes is both terrifying and fascinating. Imagine the impact on the stability of our natural system of giant holes exploding across the surface of an entire continent, let alone large holes that can be closed and opened at will. Blood drip. Blood drip is a cascade that's recently been discovered tumbling from Antarctica's Taylor Glacier into McMurdo Dry Valley, and it has the potential to become the region's most fascinating find. Australian geologist Griffith Taylor was the first to study this valley in 1911. The deep crimson liquid that has been gushing out of the Taylor Glacier's mouth has stained the ice that surrounds it. Red algae were blamed at first for giving this waterfall its blood-red hue, but later experts determined that there was another explanation for this horrific geyser of blood in the middle of nowhere. The underlying reason for this waterfall's crimson tint was just found, according to researchers. They employed echolocation with it to locate subglacial structures. This let them zero down on what was triggering the supersaturation along the Red River. It's been discovered that it takes ice 1.5 million years to travel through the glacier and emerge intermittently via very small cracks. But when did this water spring then? The iron-rich, hypersaline water in the brine lake beneath the rock is a major attraction. This subglacial pool is covered by an estimated 400 meters of ice, but its exact size is a mystery. Water is forced up and out of the lake under tremendous pressure where it meets oxygen from the air. When exposed to atmospheric oxygen, the iron in this water oxidizes, turning the water a bright red color. Without needing to drill deep into the Arctic ice sheet, scientists may now study the region's microbiological life thanks to the stunning waterfall drop. They say it's like opening a time capsule from between 1.5 and 2 million years ago because the water supply to this pool was suddenly cut off at that point. For a very long time, it cut off contact with the outside world, isolating the original native microbial population and allowing those species to develop in relative isolation. As a result, we can understand how these bacteria managed to survive while the planet was completely frozen over. There's a good chance that lots more similar lakes full of bacteria we don't know much about lurk beneath the ice surface of Antarctica. Well, let's just hope it's not the life-threatening kind of bacteria.